I could stay like this, forever following you. Just don't get too far, and I'll be right where you are.
Hello lovelies, welcome to my channel once again. In this video I'm going to show you how to make this mosaic front post treble pattern right here. So I'm going to show you how to make this. It's a really beautiful pattern. You can make a lot of things that you can make a lot of things with this. You can make cushions, you can make coasters, square coasters, you can make mats, you can make different things with this thing. So okay, let me show you how to do that. Okay, so to begin, I am going to be using I'm just using scrap yarn, some of the yarn that that is left over from my project. So I'm using these 4 colors of yarn. Okay, so I'll begin with the gray. So to begin, I'm using a size 5mm hook. Size 5mm hook. Okay, so to begin, I'm going to do a magic ring. So to do that, I'm going to grab my yarn, wrap it on my finger twice, like this. Then I'm going to take my hook, I put it under one of them, this, put it under, then it will be on top of then I'm going to hook that first yarn, the one in front, this one, and pull. And once I pull, I'm going to hold my thing. Then I'm going to take the longer yarn here, and I'm going to do a chain. Did I get it right? Yes. Right, so I'm going to do a chain. So after I do a chain, I'm going to do another chain. So that's 1, it's 2, and that's 3. And that is my first double crochet. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 more double crochets. I'm going to yarn over, put yarn on my hook, insert it inside the ring like that, grab some yarn and pass it through that ring, and now you're going to have 3 loops. You're going to grab some yarn and pass through the first 2 loops, grab some yarn and pass through the second 2 loops, and that's a double crochet. So we've done 2 now. The first one, the first 3 chains that I did, that's the first double crochet. Now we're going to do the third one. Okay, so after doing I'm going to pull my yarn a little bit. After doing the third double crochet, I'm going to chain 1, 2. After chaining 2, I'm going to do 3 more double crochets. Then I'll chain 2. Okay, so I've done 2 sets of 3 double crochets. I'm going to do two more sets, and in between I will be chaining 2 to separate the sets. So now I'm going to do my third set of double crochets, and I'm doing 3, then I'll chain 2, then I'll do the last ones, 3 double crochets, right. So when I'm done, when I finish the 3, I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2. Just going to pull the string in the middle just to join the circle like that. So after chaining 2, I'm going to go into 1, 2, the third, just the one on top, insert my hook in there, grab some yarn, pull it through, and I'm going to do a slip stitch like that. Okay, so that's the first round. Okay, so after the first round, I'm going to go into the next stitch, grab some yarn, pull it through, and I'm going to do a slip stitch, slip this stitch, this one, into this one, just like this. And I'll do the same in the next stitch, do a stitch, slip stitch. Rather, if it's too tight, you can just go into the space, grab some yarn, and you also do a slip stitch. Okay, after you do that, I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and that's my first double crochet. Then I'm going to do 2 more, 1, 2, then I'll chain 2, 1, 2, and I'm going to do 3 more in the same space. 1, there's a double crochets, 2 and 3. Now after this, I'm going to do the same what as I've done. So I'm going to go into the next space, this space, grab first yarn over, insert my hook in there, grab some yarn, and I'll do the first double crochet. So I'm going to do 3 double crochets, then I'll do 2 chains and 3 double crochets. So this is the first one, 1, 2, 3, then I'll chain 1, 2, then into the same space I'll do 3 more, 1, 3 more double crochets, 1, 2, and the third one. Okay, then I'm going to do the same in this next 2 remaining spaces. So let me do that and come back. Okay, I've worked in the remaining 2 spaces. I'm now at the end. I'm going to go into the third stitch, 1, 2, 3, or just the top stitch, insert my hook in there, insert my hook, okay, insert my hook in there, grab some yarn, hold on, insert my hook in that stitch, grab some yarn, pass it through, and I'm going to do a slip stitch. And after that I'll chain 1, then I'll cut my yarn. After cutting my yarn, I'm going to pull. That's it. So that's the first color. Now moving on to the second color. To work the first color, second color, I'm just going to do a slip knot. Grab my yarn on my fingers, insert it under there, put it under there, and pull. That's a slip knot. So I'm going to go into the space where I stopped here. So I'm going to insert my hook in there, put my yarn at the back, and I'm going to grab it from the back, put it forwards, and I'm going to do like a single chain. This is just to attach my yarn. After that I'm going to chain 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now we're going to do the post treble crochet. So I'm going to wrap my yarn on my hook 2 times 1, 2, so it will give me 3, sort of like 3 loops. So now what I'm going to do, so there are 3 double crochets here. I'm going to go into the middle one, put my hook from the hold on, the 3 here. So I'm going to go into the middle one, put my hook like there in front, and I'm going to grab some yarn, pull it from the back to bring it forwards. Now I'm going to have 4 loops on my hook, and I'm going to grab some yarn, pass through the yarn through the first 2, 1, pass through the second 2, 2, pass through the second 3, like that. After that, I'm going to yarn over, and I'm going to do a double crochet into the same space here, just 1. Right, so after doing this, this is my first front post. So after doing this, I get to the corner. So in the corner, I'm going to work 3 double crochets, chain 2, and do 3 double crochets. So I'm going to yarn over, set my hook into that space on the corner. I'm going to do 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. And this is what we do for all the corners. We'll be repeating the same pattern. Okay, so I'm going to chain 1, 2. Okay, so I'm going to do 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so then I'm going to go into the next space. I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to do 1 double crochet. Then after that, I'm going to wrap my yarn twice on my hook, right, and I'm going to go into the 3 double crochets here into the middle one here. Insert my hook from the bottom, then I'm going to grab some yarn, pull it from the back to the front. Then you should have 4 loops. Grab some yarn, pass through the first 2, pass through the second 2, and pass through the third 2. Then I'm going to do another double crochet in the same space here, just to secure that 1. That's a double crochet. Then you get to the corner again. I'm going to do the same 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. So let me do that and come back. Okay, so after the corner, I go into the next space. I'm going to do 1 double crochet first, like that. I'm going to wrap my yarn twice on my hook to do a treble crochet, but a front one. So I've wrapped twice, going to the middle double crochets, grab some yarn from the back to bring it in front, grab your yarn, pass through the first 2 loops, grab your yarn, pass through the second 2 loops, grab your yarn and pass through the third 3 loops. Then I'll do another double crochet to sort of just secure that. And with this one, because we're just starting, we're getting to the corners quite quickly. So then we get to the next corner, and I'm going to do 3 double crochets, chain 2, and do 3 double crochets again. So I'll do that and come back. Okay, I've just finished doing that corner. I go to the next space, which is this one. Okay, go to the next space, and I'm going to first do a double crochet into the space, just 1, and after that I'm going to do a treble crochet. So I'm going to wrap my yarn 1, 2, then I'm going to go into the middle of this 3, into the middle double crochet, go behind it with my hook, then grab my yarn, put it from behind to bring it in front. And when I have 4 loops, pass through the first 2, second 2, and the third 2. Then I'll do 1 double crochet to just like secure that. Okay, then I get to the last corner, so I'm going to do 3 double crochets in this space. Then after the 3 double crochets, I chain 2, then do 3 double crochets again. So let me do that and come back. Okay, so after that, after working on that corner, I'm going to go into here. I'm just going to go into the first stitch here, set my hooking gear, grab some yarn and do a slip stitch. So I'm slipping this slip loop into this one, just like that. Right, so now I want to get to this part. So to do that, I'm going to do slip stitches to the next stitch, slip stitch, next stitch, slip stitch, and into that space, slip stitch. Right, so now into this space I'm going to do 3 double crochets. So the first one I will chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and that's my first double crochet. Then I'll do 2 more. That's number 2, that's number 3. Okay, so after doing the 3 we get to the corner. So what we'll be doing at the corners, we'll be doing 3 double crochets, chaining 2 and 3 double crochets at all the corners. But in all everywhere we have a space, this space, this space, that space, we'll be just doing 3 double crochets in each of the spaces. So this one I've already reached the corner, so I'm going to do 3 double crochets. So I'm going to 1, and that's what I'll do for all the corners. 1, this is number 2, then there's a double crochets, and 3. Then I'll chain 1, 2, then I'll do 3 more double crochets. So 1 into that same space, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have 2 spaces. So in each of the spaces I'm going to do 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, then we get to the corner, and I'll do as I've done here, 3 double crochets, chain 2, and you do 3 double crochets. I'm going to do that pattern all the way, and I come back. Okay, corner, so 3 double crochets, chain 1, 2, then you do 3 more double crochets, two, 3, then we get to this next space, 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, to the next space, 3 double crochets, next space also 3 double crochets, then I get to the corner, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets into the same space. So 1, 2, 3 double crochets, chain 1, 2, then do 3 more double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Right, now I'm going to work 3 double crochets into this space, 3 double crochets into this space. Then I get to this corner, I do 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets in the same space. Then I'll have 1 more space and I'll do 3 double crochets in this space. So I'm going to complete that and come back. Right, so I've finished that. I'm going to go to the top, stitch in here, and I'm going to do a slip stitch. Grab some yarn and I'll slip this loop into this. Right, then I'm going to chain 1 and cut my yarn and pull. Okay, now I'm going to do a new color. I'm going to first do a slip knot. Right, and I'm going to start where I stopped. By now you can now tell that this pattern works with 2 rows. The first one we just do, that's where we do the trebles. So let me insert my thread in there, pull it from the back. You have 2 loops and you're going to secure your yarn first. After securing the yarn, I'm going to do one chain 3, and this will be my first double crochet. Then after that I'll wrap my yarn twice to do that treble crochet, but a front one. So now I'm going to go into the one that we worked on before. So I'll put my hook under that one. Then I'm going to grab some yarn, move it grab some yarn, move it from the bottom going forwards like that, just as we're doing. And pass through the first 2, second 2, and third 2. So that's how we continue the treble crochet in that. Then after that you're going to do 1 double crochet to just secure that into the same. So that's what we do. Then into the next space we're going to do another one. So this row will be doing this front post treble crochet, so in all the spaces except the corners. So into the next space, and we always begin with 1 double crochet. Then after the double crochet you wrap your yarn twice on your hook. Then you go into the middle double crochet, go underneath it, grab some yarn, move with it underneath, then come to the top with it. Then you're going to grab some yarn, pass through the first 2, grab some yarn, pass through the second 2, grab some yarn, pass through the third 2. Then after that you complete it with 1 double crochet into that same space. Right, so in this case we've reached the corner. So at the corner we're going to do 3 double crochets, we chain 2 and we do 3 double crochets again. So yarn over, first double crochet 1, 2 and 3. Then we chain 1, 2, then we do 3 more double crochets into the same space. 1, 2, 3. Right, so remember what I've said, into all the spaces we're going to do this front treble crochets. So in this space we'll do 1, at the middle we'll do another in this space, and at the place where we did the treble crochets we're going to do another one like on top of that one. So I'm going to do this one, yarn over. You first do it with a we first do 1 double crochet. After that you wrap your yarn twice, you go into the middle double crochet and you do a front post treble. Then you do 1 double crochet to complete that part. Okay, then we now move on to the middle one. We do another, first do a double crochet 1. Okay, after the double crochet we're going to do a treble, and we're going to insert our hook under that treble that we did in the previous row. Grab some yarn and you're going to do a front post treble crochet. Then you do 1 double crochet to complete that part. Right, into the next stitch we're going to do another one. First do it double crochet first, yarn twice, you do that front post treble, then you do 1 double crochet to complete that. Then we reach another corner. Likewise we're going to do 3 double crochets, then we chain 2, So 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, and we're going to do 3 double crochets again. 2, 3. Right, so into this space, and this space, we're going to do the front post trebles with the 2 accompanying double crochets. And when we get to the corner, we're going to do the same 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. Then we're going to work the same treble, this trebles in the next 3 spaces, and we get to the corner, we do the 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3, then you do 3 double crochets. Then into this space we'll do the last treble, front post treble with the 2 accompanying double crochets. So let me complete that and come back. Okay, so I've reached the end. I'm going to go into the top stitch, grab some yarn, and I'm going to do a slip stitch. Okay, after that I want to move to from here to here, so I'll be doing slip stitches. Then get to that part. It's this. Get to the end, and that's just do a slip stitch like that. So now once this row, the second row, what I'll be doing, I'm going to be working in each of the spaces, and in each of the spaces I'll be doing 3 double crochets, and at the corners I'll be doing, like as always, 3 double crochets, you chain 2, then you do 3 double crochets into the same space. Okay, so to begin, here when you're starting, you start with 3 chains just to start the first double crochet. Then I'm going to do 2 more into the space, so yarn over, that's number 2. When I chain 3, that's I consider that as a double crochet. Then I'm going to do the 3rd double crochet. Then after that, into the next space, I'm going to do 3 double crochets again. 1, 2, 3. Then we get to the corner, and what we do at the corner, we do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, then chain 1, 2, then do 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. So that's what we'll be doing at all the corners. So this is the first corner, so I'll do that for this corner, for this corner, for this corner. So now what I'm going to do, I don't want to make this video super long, so into all the spaces, so 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. So our spaces are increasing. In this one we had 3, this one we have 4. So as you go along, they'll be increasing, and that's how your thing is growing. So 1, 2, 3, 4 will be doing, I'm going to do 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 2 double crochets. Then you get to the corner, you do 3 double crochets, chain 2, then you do 3 double crochets into this space. Then you get to this side, you also have 4 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4. Into all of these spaces you'll be doing 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets. You get to the corner, into this space, the corner space, you're going to do 3 double crochets, you chain 2, then you do 3 double crochets. Then you're on this side now. Then you're going to work 1, 2, 3, 4, also 4 spaces. You're going to do 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, this 3 double crochets. Then you get to the corner space, this one, you also do what we do at the corners, 3 double crochets, chain 2, and do 3 double crochets. Then now we've already worked in 2 spaces, so you have 2 spaces here. Then you do 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets. So I'm going to complete all of that and come back. I'm sure by now you kind of get the gist of how this is working. Okay, so I've reached the end. I'm going to go into that top stitch, and I'm going to do a slip stitch, grab some yarn and pass it through and do a slip stitch. Then after that I chain, I cut my yarn, then I pull. Right, now I'm going to do my last color. So to do that, I'm going to first do a slip knot. That I'm going to first secure the yarn. I'm going to go into the space where I ended, grab some yarn from the bottom, bring it up. You have 2 loops, do like a single crochet to just secure my yarn. Then after that I'm going to chain 1, 2, 3. Right, this is the line where we're doing the post treble crochets. So I've done, this is my first double crochet. I'm considering this as a double crochet, so I'm going to yarn my yarn twice, wrap my yarn twice, and I'm going to go under that treble crochet from the previous, and I'm going to also do a treble. Right, and to finish it I'm going to do a double crochet into that space. Right, so into all of the spaces, into the next step, next space and next space, I'm going to be doing trebles. So where we did a treble, you just do a treble on top. Where we didn't do a treble, you do a treble in the middle double crochet here, and at the corners you do 3 double crochets, 2 chain 2, 3 double crochets. So I'm going to do from here to here just to show you. So into the next one, first do a double crochet as always, then I'm going to wrap my yarn twice, go into that previous treble, I'm going to do a treble, first 2, second 2, and third 2, then I finish it off with a double crochet. Right, then I'm going to the next space, start it with the double crochet, then I'm going to wrap my yarn twice to do a treble, 1, 2, and I'm going to go into the middle. There's 3 here, 1, 2, 3, into the middle, go under it, grab your yarn, go under with, go and come up with it. You should have four loops. But grab yarn, pass to the first 2, second 2, and third 2. That's your treble. Then you finish it off with a double crochet. Now you get to your corner, and in the corner, as always, you do 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, you chain 2, and you do 3 double crochets into that same space. 1, 2, 3. Right, so I'm going to explain to you again how many spaces do we have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into all of those 5 spaces we're going to be doing this front post double crochets accompanied with the 2 double crochets, one in front and the last one what we finish. So into this space we go to the middle one. Here we use the one previous one, here previous one, this one previous one, here we go to the middle one. Then we get to the corner, we do 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. So now I'm going to do it on camera, then I'll fast forward it so that this video is not too long. So into the next 5 spaces, we're going to be doing these front posts. Remember, you start with the double crochet, you do the first front post treble, then you finish with the treble. So 1 2 3 4 5, we'll do them. Then you get to the corner, you do 3 double crochets, chain 2 3 double crochets, then you do 5. Then you get to the corner, 5. When I mean 5, I mean 5 of these double crochet, front post treble, and a double crochet. That's the 5 that I mean. You get to the corner, you do 3 double crochets, chain 2 3 double crochets. Here we've done 3, then we're left with these 2. So I'm going to complete all of that because I don't want to make this video too long. Okay, so when you get to the end, I'm going to go into that top stitch, and I'm going to grab some and pass it through, then you just slip stitch. Then I want to move to this side, so I'm going to be doing slip stitches. I'm just going into the spaces in between here. That's why I'm doing my slip stitches. Insert my hook, grab some yarn, do a slip stitch. Right, so now this is the second row. So remember, in the second row, to begin, I'll just chain 1 2 3, and this is my first double crochet. So in this row, remember what we do, we'll be working in all of the spaces, and in each of the spaces we'll be doing 3 double crochets. And at the corners, as we do 3 double crochets, chain 2 3 double crochets. So this is my first double crochet, so I'm going to do 2 more into that same space, 2 and 3. Then into the next space, I'm going to be doing 3. So 1 2 3. Into the next space, I'm going to do 3 also, 3 double crochets, 1 2 3. Then I get to my corner, and in this corner space I'm going to do 3 double crochets, 1 2 3. You chain 2 1 2, then you also do 3 double crochets into that same space, and that is what we do for all the corners. 1 2 3. Okay, so now what's going to happen, I'm going to be working in my spaces 1 2 3 4 5 6 spaces, so they're increasing by 2 2 2 2, right? So 3 double crochets in each of the spaces, and you get to, when you get to a corner, you do 3 double crochets, chain 2, then you do 3 double crochets. So that's what I'll be doing. So there's 6 spaces, 6 spaces, 6 spaces. I've done 3, then here there will be left 3, and my corners, remember, you do into this space, you do 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. So I'm going to complete that, and I come back when I get there. I don't want this video to be too big, and I'll explain. I want to explain something quickly. Okay, so I've reached the end. I'm going to go into the top stitch of the first in there, grab some yarn, pass it through, do a slip stitch, chain 1, and cut my yarn. Right, so I'm going to stop here. I just wanted to explain something. So if you want your motif to be like this one, like a little bit bigger, like if you want more of this color, not on this one. So in this pattern I was just doing 2. Okay, so what I wanted to explain is this. So in this motif, in this pattern, you can go on and on. I can introduce a new color, or I can start again with the gray, yellow. I can do these colors like gray, yellow, brown, light brown, and dark brown. I can continue doing it like that. Or I can, maybe if I want it to be like a pot holder, I can leave it like this. If I want it to be bigger, maybe I want to do a cushion. Like for instance here, I was doing 2 rows. Like here we just did 1, so I could do 2 rows of the same pattern with 1 color. So this could be all gray, then this could be all yellow. So that's how it will get big like this. So here I was doing 2. In total it would be 4 rows, but you know the pattern to have this transition, it will be 2 rows. So I was doing 4 rows. So it's up to you. You could do 4, you could do 6. It's up to you depending on what you're doing. Or you could make it smaller, make what you call it, those Granny Smiths. Maybe if you're doing a blanket, maybe it's something that could be useful to keep it small like this. Or you can make it big and big and big and bigger. So that's it for me. That's how you do the mosaic front post pattern. Yeah, I'm actually going to make some lovely cushions with this. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Thank you so much for joining me.